project departments are sometimes notorious for not including the key stakeholders. Because for a project manager, the key stakeholder is the guy that either signs the check for them or the person who's either the manager of a department or the person basically they go and present the reports. So they call it a stakeholder and they forget about the shop floor people, they forget about the newcomers in future who they need to have the training, they need to have all those documentation. For the warehouse people, they need to know about the basically quality of the spare parts they need to have, the number of the spare parts. So this is again one of the areas that as a manager we should make sure that the right people can be from government, can be from communities, can be from the shop floor, basically with HSE people, whoever we think. That's stakeholder management. I don't want to enter to that. We need to know the organization and basically resources. So we define for the HR, please, this is my competency criteria. So go and get me some competent people. So from the policies and strategy, what we need to know how basically our organization's communications goes. Sometimes in some organizations, you send an email, next week another follow-up email, no response. Another follow-up, no response. But as soon as you pick the phone and say, hey mate, I just have a problem, can you give me a hand please? And they, oh yeah, sure, immediately you get your response. So know your culture and basically look at these strategies, look at the policies and learn your organization and make sure that it's not just your organization. Sometimes we're a service provider, so we need to know how basically our client works. If we are basically, sometimes we need to know how our contractors work and basically make sure that we align as much as we can. Then basically another big part is every manager has to be basically do the audits, assessments and review and monitor the processes. So if something doesn't go as per plan, then we should identify what's wrong with my plan. Maybe the plan should be fixed. If the plan is okay, let's see, maybe we don't have enough resources. Maybe there's not enough training. So again, those monitoring side of that, as well as the quality assurance, quality control, these are the basic functions that as a manager, regardless if we are directly involved in the functional safety or basically we just doing the finance part of that or we just doing the scheduling part of that, we need to know, we need to be involved and make sure that, yeah, where we need any budget, we need any quality monitoring, where we need to fast tracking for a schedule or anything that fits into the project or product basically constraints.